I'm Captain Valerie Littlejohn with the Office of Media Relations. I want to update you on an officer-involved shooting that occurred on September 2nd, 2024. It was just before 4 p.m. when officers were called to 116 Southeast 41st Street in reference to a man shooting a gun at another person. When officers arrived, the suspect had gone back into his home and refused to come out. The suspect was identified as Mario Cruz. Initial officers on scene spent about 3 hours trying to get Cruz to surrender peacefully with no success. Officers attempted to communicate with Cruz in both English and Spanish.
Mario, we need you to come outside with your hands in the air. We can't leave until we talk to you. Come outside with your hands in the air.
Mario, no nos vamos a ir hasta que usted se salga. Salga de la casa con sus manos para arriba.
When negotiations were unsuccessful, the tactical unit was called and arrived on scene to assist. After several more hours of attempting to negotiate with Cruz, he crawled into the attic space of the residence and began breaking out one of the exterior attic walls. Once Cruz was able to open up part of the wall, he pointed his firearm at officers multiple times from an elevated position. While in this position, he began shooting at the officers. After being shot at, one of the officers deployed a 40mm less lethal round, striking Cruz in the body. Cruz then fired his gun at officers again. At least one officer was struck with shrapnel during these shots by Cruz. After shooting at officers, Cruz jumped to the ground, still holding the gun. He walked around the back of the house where he confronted tactical unit officers. Cruz was given commands in both English and Spanish to drop the gun, but failed to follow the officers' commands. One officer discharged his firearm, striking Cruz. Officers and medical personnel on scene began rendering aid to Cruz, who was transported to an area hospital by ambulance and is expected to survive his injuries.